So today, doing what I normally do, making money the way only I know how. And I keep hearing all these little things popping up saying how today is really bloody. Today's a bad day for investors. Everything's dropping. Some other AI companies come out and done something. I didn't really think anything about it because I know NVIDIA's number one. NVIDIA's top of the line. And then I happened to see one little thing pop up. It was a list of things showing Nvidia was down, showed Broadcom was down, and about two, three other semiconductors. And then it hit me. Oh crap. If all of these are dropping, what is happening to Nvidia? What is happening to Coney? What has happened to NDVY? I decided to look and then I saw whew, my account is down $6,835. And my second account, I mean, I got a few accounts here. These main two, the big chunks of them are based off of Coney and NVDY, which is based off of NVIDIA. If you want to watch me burn my account to the ground, like, comment, and subscribe. As you can see, we're doing a great job, and pretty soon I'll teach all of you how to be a hobo just like me. So if you're like me, you're hurting today. You could have gotten in earlier. This has dipped this low a few times before that I can think of, but most of my portfolio I bought around $25. So this was a very rough day for me. But it kind of got me thinking. This actually could be a good thing when you look at it. When you really look at it, is this the end of NVIDIA? And I say the answer is no. So you may be wondering what happened today? Why did everything go so bad? Well, all has to do with this company DeepSeek. At least that's the best I can tell. As you can see here, they are a Chinese artificial intelligence company that developed an open source large language models. So basically, they do kind of what OpenAI and a lot of AI companies in the US have done. It's Chinese based. We'll get more to that later. So basically, this company came out today and was able to show that they were able to build out their large language model for a much cheaper price than what everyone in the US has been advertising. This created large shockwaves throughout the entire industry. Something that seemed very secure as far as NVIDIA, Broadcom, all of those large companies uh, really started to throw some flags up, started to come unsure. Everyone said, well, if this company can do it so much cheaper than NVIDIA, you know, can they unseat them? So, funny enough, NVIDIA, the largest player in this space, actually made a comment on this today. And they came out and more or less said, hey, this Chinese company, based on what they're saying, was able to do what other companies such as OpenAI have done using less NVIDIA chips. So they're basically saying they were able to do what some of the other companies have done more efficiently. But there was another comment that came out a little later that also seems to state, in a way, that's child play in comparison to what we do. I have seen some others come out and basically say that some of the very small little things are able to be run on systems. And in fact, a lot of the computations are done on the computer itself, on something hosted on the device itself. But when you're talking about big NVIDIA type AI computations, this model that they have can't handle it, at least as it is right now. So, more to come on that, I guess. So one thing that I think is definitely going to work in Nvidia's favor is DeepSeek is a Chinese company, and I kind of mentioned that earlier. Well, the important thing is, or the thing that I believe will be in Nvidia's favor, is a lot of companies that are, for example, TikTok. A lot of that information is stored on an Oracle server, which is still in the US. DeepSeek is keeping their information in China. I believe it says the Republic of China, something like that. And it's being stored in their servers there. That is something that most US companies, especially that have anything to do with the government, is not going to want to be involved in. That is a very, very kind of red flag with the current administration and the current way things are. So that will probably never happen. And because of that, a lot of companies probably will not do anything with DeepSeek. Now, I did just see this article pop up here saying that about 5 hours ago, that DeepSeek was hit with a cyber attack, which is crazy because they just got all this news and stuff. And sure enough, I'm guessing somebody, I wonder what company they work for, went ahead and hit them with a cyber attack, basically, as all this news was hitting. This is one of those type of things that will also drive business right back to NVIDIA, Broadcom, ChatGTP or GPT, and all those other companies. Now, for the reason you probably clicked on this, I made a comment earlier that this could be a good thing. And I actually think this could be a good thing. So let me explain. The important thing to remember about these yield max or title funds is in a lot of cases, they don't own the underlying stock. So as NVIDIA fell, as far as it fell, that didn't directly hurt NVIDIA. Now, price did go down a lot. That is true. But that is mainly due to people being scared. It's kind of like FOMO, but in reverse. When you see one going down, people get scared and start to pull out their money. Obviously, this has a lot to do with NVIDIA. So people pull out of this as well, which hurts the stock price. That being said, last year there were a ton of juicy dividends that were generated by the rise of NVIDIA. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. If you think about it, NVIDIA for the longest has really been the big guy in the room. They've already been at the top. Any growth they have is hard. Once you're already doing millions and billions of dollars, it's hard to grow double digits and do all that stuff. So therefore, your volatility can't go as crazy as it once was. It can't just shoot up to the moon like it once could. But what about when your value drops a whole bunch? Now that your value has dropped, could you organically grow it back to where it is, where it was, let's say, yesterday? And I think that's the key to this. NVIDIA now has a second round where NVIDIA can start to climb, pull back in a lot of those customers that left that may have overreacted to what they saw. And as that happens, as people start to pour back in, the people get more confidence in NVIDIA again, and say, well, hey, they didn't do anything wrong. This is still the big dog in the room. As all of that business comes back, that means the price is going to go up. Price goes up. Funds like this that do cover call strategies can then take advantage of that. And that can give us a lot more juicy dividends and can give us a whole nother year potentially of a great fund that we can get a lot of money from. So, that being said, this may not be the end of the world. One last thing for you. See my Coney position here? Got 701 shares, about $9,000. Should I cancel this out and put it into NVIDIA? Should I bump this back up to 30 grand just in this one fund? Because I believe in my head that NVIDIA has a better chance of climbing, let's say, back up to 2025 than Coney does. Coney's been kind of stuck, I want to say, between $10 and 15 for the last couple months. NVIDIA kind of bounces around. It's gotten all the way up to 26, maybe almost 30. Now it's back down to 19. But in the near term, I believe NVIDIA has a great possibility of price appreciation, at least potential, as people pour back into this once NVIDIA goes back up, assuming NVIDIA goes back up. And considering this other company is a Chinese-based company, the government probably won't do anything with it. In fact, the US government will probably come out against it because you know how they feel about China right now. And NVIDIA is really, they've done nothing wrong. There's no reason for people to be pulling out now. If you felt something was wrong with it beforehand, that makes sense. If you felt like it was overvalued, it shouldn't be this high, totally understand all that. But nothing has happened that really promotes them dropping to the extent they just did. So, in case you didn't know, I's a hobo. Thanks for watching.